What are your thoughts on the last performance?
What are your thoughts on the last performance? Good?
Yeah, it's good.
That's all you have to say? How about you?
No, seniors only.
Oh, seniors only.
I remember thinking that this can't be the last performance. Because although concerts are a lot of work and sometimes they can be a bit of a drag, it's always so much fun being able to actually play on stage.
I think for me, it kind of hit me more during the assembly than it did during the concert. Playing on a stage with people is such a unique feeling. Like when the curtains go up, the lights turn off, like your stand lights come on.
Yeah, it was the last performance, but we've done it so many times before. It was fun, especially because the pieces that we did, yeah.
And this was the Pops concert, so this is the one where we play a lot of popular music from movies, games, or just from famous artists. So that made the experience even better.
Obviously, our song lineup was super awesome. Treasure, Idol, which is from, I think, an anime, How to Train Your Dragon, Five Nights at Freddy's.
How do you feel about your last performance?
Excited. I'm so happy and excited. I don't want it to end though.
How do you feel about your last performance?
I feel very excited.
How do you feel about your last performance?
I'm excited but tired.
Okay, good. How do you feel about your last performance?
To be honest?
Yes.
Good riddance.
Oh. How do you feel about your last performance?
Good.
Okay, that's all you have to say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about your last performance?
I feel extremely thrilled and excited. And I'm so sad though. That's my last concert.
You're not.
Yes,
Okay,
but I'm
thank
very
you.
thrilled.
Okay. How do you feel about your last performance?
I feel great.
Do you feel thrilled? Are you thrilled?
I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm also glad that it's ending.
Okay.
Good. I'm playing the cowbell, guys. Listen for the cowbell. Good. That's all you use vocabulary. Yes. What, you want to make SAT? I feel epic.
Splendid.
Spectacular.
About your last performance?
I feel splendid.
Me too.
Louder, please.
All you have to say?
I feel splendid.
I feel great.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, because I'm performing with Sarah Lee. You know?
That was honestly crazy good. Maybe not, we didn't play the best, but it felt the great. It felt the greatest.
It's bittersweet, but I'm excited.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right now, I'm excited and I'm nervous, but after I'm gonna start crying. I already know I'm gonna start crying. Because after the Music Makes Miracles concert, I was a mess. I was bawling my eyes out. So after orchestra, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm never gonna see some of these people again, but don't tell Kathleen I said that because she's gonna start crying. Okay, bye.
I honestly feel like a lot of my emotions got put out. Remember when we did the whole senior thing at the spring concert, I think it was? We didn't actually do it in the Pops concert, but I think the Pops concert, obviously it's significant. It's the last concert of the year.
I think because we were losing the seniors, it just made the night, I don't want to say better, but grander, because it was the last time we were gonna play together.
It was kind of like a bittersweet moment, you know. Like, I was happy for you guys, you know. You're finally getting to graduate. You're moving on to like your next chapter in life.
It kind of felt like I was already accustomed to seeing these people so much, and it kind of didn't hit me yet that this was the last time that I was gonna sit on the same stage as them and play the same piece with them.
In our orchestra friend group, like literally half of us are seniors, or we're seniors, you know, that just graduated. So the bitter part comes from, you know, I'm not gonna see these guys as much like next year, you know.
I remember getting on stage and the whole time thinking this is my third to last song, my second to last song, my last song, just thinking that the entire time. Thinking that way made the experience better because it made me really cherish all the moments one last time, sitting on stage and looking around and seeing your friends around you playing with you. From where I was sitting, I could see Amy right here, Josh right here, Aiden back here, Sebastian's right there next to Max, Sarah's all the way in the back, Farah's there too. Just seeing everyone around you and just making eye contact while you're playing, it's a different kind of bond and experience that I'll probably never experience again.
I was just kind of, you know, vibing, living in the moment, especially when we had choreography for Treasure. That one was so cool. That one was so fun. We were like, I was bopping along, I was like moving my head because we normally don't get to move that much. I remember like the cello spin is so iconic for me. And when I'm playing, I just tend to like move a lot, and so when we actually had to dance for it, I was like, oh yeah, like this is my thing, let's go. Hearing the crowd kind of like cheer at like different like dance moves you do, or like, I don't know, it was a good experience. I think like we ended it on a really good concert.
It really like seemed to hit me. Half of our friend group's gonna be missing, and low-key like half of my heart will be missing. And even though we can like still hang out like outside of school, you know, it won't be the same because we're not in the same, you know, we're not in the same orchestra program, we're not in the same school.
So that final performance, I would say without a doubt, was my best.
I think now especially it hits. Like I walk into the orchestra room and it's really not the same. I think Gavin could tell. Today he asked me, he was like, you look kind of sad today. And I was just like, it is what it is. Like we had to do cubby assignments and I was looking for Josh. But yeah, it's just not really the same.
Whenever I talk about orchestra, I always emphasize how happy I am that I didn't quit because I made a real family there.
Freshman year, I was really debating on whether or not to continue orchestra, but I think that orchestra was probably the best choice I made during my 4 years in high school. Because, yeah, as I said before, all my friends are from there, and then I've learned a lot from orchestra overall.
Definitely a really good experience. Something I would, like if I could do high school over again, I'd make sure to do orchestra as well. Because of the friends that you can make inside and how much time you're spending together. I personally really like music as well, so I'm gonna try keeping it on my own or wherever I can. It is really nice to like just play music, listen to it. Everything music is nice.
Don't have that attitude where it's like, oh, another social, or oh, we're going on another trip, that's so ew. Like, don't do that. Go on the trips, go to the socials, go to the movie nights. High school might just be one step in your life, but all of the people that you pick up along the way, those people aren't just one step. Like, they stay with you throughout your entire life. So that would be my advice. Like the most special part of orchestra to me, other than my friends, obviously, was orchestra council. I just like learned so much from like leadership. All the presidents and vice presidents have just been so like inspiring. Like even Farah, like I look up to Farah so much, just like the way she is able to kind of like command like an entire group of like 25 people. That's insane. I think I've definitely learned a lot. And I definitely like how I've grown as a musician. Like William inspired me so much to just like pursue what I didn't think I would love this much. Yeah, being principal kind of was a good end to orchestra.
I don't think we'll ever not be in touch with each other. We express that a lot with each other, how much we love each other, and I think it's great because I think every person should have a friend group like that. And mine just happened to be an orchestra friend group. So I honestly can't imagine what my life would be without orchestra, because without the orchestra is also without my family. So senior activity week is the last full week of school for seniors, and every day, or I think almost every day, has an activity for us to do. And the first event was senior movie night.
I got you. I got you. Ready? I got you too. We could vlog.
Senior movie night takes place in the packed parking lot. They set up a screen where they play a movie and you can park your cars and just hang out with your friends and watch a movie together.
I remember like we claimed like the best parking spot. Like, that was such a good spot. And then we like set up like my trunk and everything.
Looking good. I'm gonna keep this camera. I'm back with Gavino. Your bird.
I was at the start just like making sure the screen was up and making sure that the movie was running and sound and stuff. Once we got into it, like I was able to sit with my friends. I was able to eat from the taco truck. Like people were really like just having fun. It's a senior movie night, but like it's really just a gathering.
They just wanted to have a good time. Like nobody's thinking about school, nobody's thinking about stuff like that. It's just everyone wanted to hang out with their friends and have a good time.
Hello, Matthew. Hey, what up?
Hey, Vlogeritos!
Hey, Vlog, what up?
And then it's me and Matt. Yeah, and me. And then our other one.
Because like the car arrangements were kind of weird, not everyone could see the movie, especially us. So in the end, we were just in the car, just scrolling. Scrolling TikTok.
How do you feel?
Excited.
How do you feel?
I don't like the person holding the camera. Anyway.
He's so mean to me. Call me stupid today. You called me stupid today.
That's a fact.
All I remember is that it was really hard to see the movie because the sun, I think, went down a lot later than expected, so half the time you couldn't see it.
They played up, so I think for like the first half of the movie, we were all kind of just like talking, and then they had like string lights up. It was like honestly really cute and like aesthetic. They had like lanterns and everything.
But once it got dark, you couldn't see it. But honestly, I think most of us weren't paying attention to the movie. We were hanging out with friends because it was that first event of the week, so we were excited. But it was, for me, it was the moment where I just sat down, looked around, and thought, I'm never gonna see most of these people again soon.
To be honest, it just felt like things were finally coming to an end.
That was kind of when we all kind of realized like our last week of senior year, you know.
Just seeing all of these people that I basically grew up with having fun together for like maybe one of the last times that year was just like a little bit emotional for me.
The whole process of planning senior week was a big bonding experience for senior council. Everyone was able to bring like their own experience into like what senior week became.
It was an amazing way for me to go around, see everyone, say hi to most of the people I know. Everyone was happy, everyone was excited because it was the first senior event of that week.
It's a universal senior experience. You're like trying to grasp onto like that last bit of high school, and you see people that you kind of wish you like had more closure on, like why did we drift so much? And it's just like a nice period of reflection, really. It was way more than just the movie. Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to the movie. It was just like a very nice social setting to be in, I guess.
Don't do that. Like what? Like it just keeps on going. Oh God.
It's the last Lucas the Vlogger Chronicles.
Speak normally, please. I only had 2 full lunch days left, and there were 2 groups I was mainly sitting with. So the second to last lunch, I remember eating with Aiden and Josh's group.
I think it's kind of crazy how people make friends. It's just with connections. The beginning of school, I was like, I really only have 3 friends. It's James and Zach. And so we sat behind behind S building. There's like no one there. Felt like complete loners. And then through different classes, I met Josh. William has tennis, so they met a lot of people like Bryson, Samuel. After like half a year, we were like, we need a change. This back of S building is kind of bland. Started moving around, and during freshman year, I was friends with Wilson as well through orchestra. So orchestra has kind of really guided me through my whole past 3 years. And so meeting Wilson, I was like, can we sit with you? Because he sat E-row. He kind of had an open spot, and I was like, can we just sit next to you guys? And he was like, yeah. So then we met Wilson, Tommy, Willie, John, and through that, Samuel came, Bryson, Isaiah, Matthew too.
I think it's especially when we moved to E-row. I don't know when the switch was, but after that, I was like, okay, this is nice. I can really see, like, I'm getting closer to Zach, Will, and all that.
Like, these kind of people I wouldn't know if my friends didn't know them, right? You kind of meet people who are connected in other ways. Like, I wouldn't know Matthew personally, I wouldn't know Samuel or Bryson, and this all stemmed from just 2 people. And it's kind of crazy how like you meet people through other people and they kind of just change your life.
They had already been close, but I became closer with them at Florida. And after that, I started sitting with them and their group. Their friends are also really funny. It reminds me of me with my friends at our group, just constantly cracking jokes. And they all have no filter when they crack jokes or when they say their opinions. They have no filter, so it makes it so funny.
What are your thoughts?
It's been fun. I hope we have many more memories still to make. And it's cool.
It's a somber feeling, you know? I'm happy for all the memories, the random debates.
There were some very interesting conversations, very questionable ones. An example?
Yeah.
Do not put this on the vlog. Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
I don't think I could talk about any of them on camera, but it was really, really funny.
I've laughed a lot here, like a lot, because you guys have no filter with your debates.
Yeah?
Funniest PG moment.
Funniest what?
No one take my food.
That's hard. PG mode, that's crazy.
Or you can tell it in a PG.
Wait, where's William?
I mean, we're like, you can say we're gardeners. We like planting things. Yeah, we plant a lot of things.
Like, we tried to grow a bunch of stuff, but I guess it didn't work. We tried growing chickens and a lot of spilled food, just random food. Milk. We just poured milk on it. We tried to grow a cow. Yeah, we just tried to grow a bunch of stuff. I think we put like forks in there too. I don't know what the thought process behind that was.
Okay, Zach, why are you wearing this today? Because I have to. It's mandatory. It's a formal.
Why did you pick these pins?
Oh, this one costs $100. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let's get on camera.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, this is the clout I needed. I was elected president of SMW. That was nice. Yeah, effective in next year. Well, actually, I led the first presentation today of our last meeting of the school year. Was it worth it? What do you mean worth it? I don't know if it's worth it. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean worth it? I mean, I signed up for it. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Any controversial topics you want to talk about now that Lucas is here? Stop asking that. I don't think that's a question anymore. I think Aiden's just adding it to his list.
Besides them, I think Zach is the one I know best there. I'm really proud of him because he became one of the presidents of SMW and he became a member of Gov Team, which I'm super happy. As someone who was part of Gov Team, I'm so happy for him because I know he's a hard worker and I know he's going to do great things. The next senior event after the movie night was Senior Sunset, which had more significance than the other ones. In the beginning of the year in August, we had Senior Sunrise, which is where we went to the football field at like 6 a.m. and we would watch the sunrise with all of our friends. That was the first senior event. And I still remember thinking, I got a whole year ahead of me before I have Senior Sunset. I have plenty of time to spend with my friends. But then I remember at Senior Sunset, watching the sunset and it slowly turning to night, thinking, I didn't have enough time.
Senior sunrise in the beginning of the year, it's like the start to your senior year. You know, you're like, the sun is rising on you, like you feel so great. It's like the start of this whole like adventure. Honestly, the vibes there were so good too. Like I remember it was like me, Lucas, and Farah, we all got there together. But Lucas set up his little vlog camera, recorded the sunset, and honestly, I got some of my like best pictures on that day.
We went with tradition, obviously, sunrise at the start of the year, sunset at the end of the year, but it's really just, it matches. It's really just like as I said, a gathering. So sunset is just like a culmination of all the hard work that you do during the year.
It's kind of the end, very symbolic. It's like the sun is like setting, all your like adventures are coming to an end, like you know where you're going for the next year. Honestly, that was a lot sadder than senior sunrise was. Like we all were signing yearbooks, and I remember we took this like huge picture of like our friend group, and that's when I realized like there was like a lot of people.
Coordinating that humongous group picture we had was a pain.
That did take forever to get everyone in line.
I don't think there's a single picture where we're all actually looking at the lens, but it made it for a good picture. It was cool.
Yeah, it was chaotic with you guys, but it was fun. And it really showed who were my real friends because you guys were there with me in the end.
You just have to take pictures. Like, it's just one of the last few like collective moments you get with like all your friends. So like you have to capture that in a more permanent form. And I also looked really good that day because of, I don't know, there was something in the air.
Can I just say, me and Victoria took some great pictures at senior sunset. That was such a good day.
There were a lot of activities at Sunset. Well, it was right next to the basketball court, so people were playing basketball. Some people brought spike ball. There was, you can make a sash, I think. But I think the biggest one was having a petting zoo.
Hey, you know, I tried carrying the pig. It ran away.
That was originally supposed to be a bouncy house. They wanted to have a bouncy house, or at least Jared did.
You know, we actually wanted to get a bouncy castle for senior sunset, but we ran into like a roadblock when, same like the insurance thing. We learned that bouncy castles are the one thing that aren't covered in like Arcadia's insurance policy, like purposefully. So like that idea was shut down, and that's ultimately what led into like looking for alternatives and just getting the petting zoo.
Jared and I got a lot closer in AP Lit. We had English together that year, and we would always sit with each other. I think he was the only person that I sat with the whole year. I remember him asking for the bouncy house, but then his idea getting rejected, and then he went to the petting zoo, which he thought was genius, and it did end up being genius, because I think that's the part of the event that most people remember.
I like the petting zoo. It was so cute.
The petting zoo was my favorite.
I think it was like super crazy that they brought all those animals to school. Like I never would have expected that.
Well, I saw cute animals and I just went for it.
There's a pig in there, there's chickens, there's guinea pigs. Oh yeah, there were little guinea pigs in there. There's a pig that was humping all the animals. It's time for him to go. There's goats as well. They had everything. It felt like, I was like, okay, I thought the petting zoo was gonna at least separate them.
The chickens or the roosters, they were a little scary. Their heads had like hard golf balls looking things.
Can you imagine how good of a sandwich he'd look? But that pig was funny.
He also saw this trend on TikTok where if you pat a pig's stomach, it's supposed to fall down. Yeah, that didn't work at all.
But I have a reason for that. You know that one TikTok where they're like tapping the belly like that and then they just fall over? I was trying to get that to happen. It's like how people do this to squirrels.
Dude, it's eating everything.
I'll pet him.
Oh, it doesn't like you either. Oh no.
We have a pig on the loose. Come on, stop it. Go in there, pig.
Go back. When did you get your haircut?
Sunday.
Oh, I haven't seen you.
Oh my.
I'm locked in. Are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
Good.
Hi, this is the senior sunset. For the first time in Arcadia history, we got a mobile petting zoo. So that's really cool. They gave us some rabbits, chickens, and goats. A lot of people playing under the parachute recently. It's really cool. And we have some spike ball going. We have a taco truck from Chano's. They've been supplying Arcadia's events this year. We have our ASB members with the torch, actually like torching s'mores right now. It's a lot of work, but it's really worth it.
I stole a lot of soda, I think. Wait, no, I stole a lot of soda from movie night, and then I brought them the next day, and I stole some chips as well that day. Yeah, sorry, Jared. Sorry, I like stealing food.
I think my favorite part of the event was playing basketball because I love playing basketball. I never was good enough to make a team, but I loved playing by myself.
I 1v1'd Lucas in basketball. I made 0 shots, a bunch of air balls. I think I shot some over the rim as well, some over the whole board as well. Don't know how that happened. And then I recruited Aiden Wu. Nothing happened. We recruited Anushka. Nothing happened and we kept losing. So we gave up and then Lucas went to play with better people. So yeah, that's the story.
Basketball for me was my favorite part.
It was so much fun when I got to play with Jer, Ethan Chen. It was a big game. I remember hitting this absolutely crazy shot where Jer was guarding me. I had the ball here, bringing it up the court. He was guarding me really well. And then did the fade, boom, it went right in. I also remember my shoe exploded during that game. I was trying to get open for a shot, and my foot literally came out of my shoe.
Dude, Josh, I was playing basketball, my shoe freaking burned.
I had a whole line down my shoe.
He just comes up to me and it's like, yo, Josh, I was playing basketball, my shoe ripped. And I see a shoe, there's like this big hole.
And I remember Josh had duct tape because he always brings duct tape for some reason. He's a skater, so he always comes prepared. So I remember him just duct taping my shoe on the field as we were taking pictures for the sunset.
Bro, you're going home.
Okay, that's true. I have stronger tape.
You're not gonna get a new one?
Well, I can't before tomorrow.
I think that senior sunset was a lot more fun. Like senior sunrise, it was like also like you, me, Farah, and like a few other people, right? But senior sunset, like everyone was like on those like mats, like everyone was there. Yeah, and also the people that we were with like at senior sunrise and sunset, like these are people that I'm gonna like be in contact with for like the rest of my life. So I don't know, it wasn't really like it was sad, but it wasn't like life-altering sad.
The last lunch ever.
I'm double bogging now. See this?
I need a solid surface.
Dude, I'm writing in size 12 font, bro. Size 12 New Roman. Times New Roman.
I feel like the one consistent thing from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade is that lunch is probably the best part of the day because not only are you eating, you're talking and having the funniest moments with your friends, whether it was with Aiden and Josh or the main group with Hibiki, Amy, Kyle, all of them.
I remember like we all kept like joking around about it. We were like, oh, like this is our like last time here. It was definitely like sad, but like again, like these are the people that I'm gonna know for the rest of my life. So it wasn't like too hard.
It was so nice that we held on to that spot for those whole 3 years because the memories there are endless. Like I said, every time we were there was something funny.
For our last lunch, I think we all got up and we kind of realized like how gross the spot was at the time.
That kind of stained, like it's disgusting. It's actually so gross.
There's lots of like milk stains, water stains, food stains.
I think we've all contributed. Don't lie to me, I know what you've done.
I don't want to name drop, but his name starts with Lance and ends with Anthony Javier Castro.
Yeah, dude, that guy spills so many liquids.
You know, people are like, oh man, school's ending and it's starting to hit, you know? I'll never see these people again, or like that this whole phase of my life is over. But for me, that just kind of never hit. Like, it's kind of like, okay, that happened. It doesn't have to be like, I'll never see these people again. Like, you can always plan something out.
It felt like it should have been more different, but it almost felt like I was trying to force it to feel more different, you know? Just cause like, oh, it's the last one. Like, it put me in a mindset where I'm like, oh, this is the last one. Like, I have to do, or something special has to happen. Where it's more like, just take it in, you know?
In a way, I wasn't really sad. It's the same thing as, you know, finishing up a chapter in a book, but knowing that there's gonna be more too. It wasn't the end of the story. It It was more just the end of a chapter. And especially with our friend group, more than half of them I'm still gonna stay in contact with. And I already know who's gonna be my best man to my wedding.
It is kind of sad in a way that we're not all going to come back to our lunch spot when, college starts. But we're all kind of going our own ways. Some of us are staying close. Eventually, 2 years from now, we're also going to be splitting up.
By that point, I don't think I signed almost any of the lunch group's yearbooks, so I had to speed run. It's just kind of nice thinking I don't have to go here anymore. I don't have to sit on this hard floor to eat lunch anymore.
I remember thinking the entire time, this can't be the last time. Surely we have lunch tomorrow, but that wasn't the case. This was the last time, and I had to accept that at the time.
I feel like we're gonna be here tomorrow, but we're not. Yeah.
If anything, I was quite happy that we're able to all be there together and all take the next step in life.
Obviously, we don't love being at school. It's tiring, it's work, but at the same time, that was the one relieving part of our day. And that made eating together that much more special. But I know beyond that, we're gonna stay friends for life. I mean, so much has happened, so many funny moments, and we all love each other. So I have no worries anymore about not seeing them again or not being all together again. Because those guys are my brothers. I remember the next event was Chalk Day. And Chalk Day is where all the seniors gather together in the quad and they chalk where they're going to college.
The purpose is to give all the students in our class the opportunity and a platform to be able to just show other people what schools they're committing to and where they're going in the fall.
It was a way for us to see where our peers are going, where our friends are going, who's going to school with us, drawing the emblem, writing where they're going, and seeing everyone together. I remember Berkeley, I think, had the biggest group because they had 50-something, 30-something people there.
For future events like that, get more chalk, especially in colors like red and red, blue, yellow. There's lots of schools in California in those colors. One of the things that we added this year, again, we have to give credit to Jacob Lee, our PR, was bring a rejection letter for a cupcake.
Hi! Wait, Lucas, is a new hoodie, does it go harder or what? It's fire, right?
Just sign your name on both.
Sign both?
Yeah.
Sign both. Chalk. Yo, stop touching me. What's up, Nathan?
Yo.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
My job.
What's up?
Are you going to UCF?
What?
You going to UCF?
No.
Your sister?
Guys, see you right here. I drew this. It was on me. I didn't just find that there.
Hi, vlog. Yeah. More Spanish. Oh.
Put it on.
Okay. Hi.
You're gonna have to yell. Just go.
Hi, I'm Sophia and I'm going to Columbia University.
Being at Chalk Day and being able to chalk with my hands where I was going was such a relieving moment for me because I remember the beginning of the year, I really thought I wasn't gonna get into anywhere. College application season. That was rough. That is the worst part of senior year.
That was probably the worst couple months of high school. I think it was just it was so hard. You know nothing about what college websites look like. You don't know what's on the application unless you've looked at a few colleges, but then again you don't get the prompts until the year starts. There's just so much unknown going into it.
It's a little bit exciting finding out where you're going to go, but it's stressful writing those applications because I think definitely in Arcadia, there's a lot of pressure to see who's going where. It is based on who you are and what kind of reputation you have in school. If you're known for being really smart, you're almost expected to, by your peers, to get into a really good school. And I think that adds pressure, along with self-pressure and who knows, pressure from family, parents. So college application season is really tough.
I chose not to stress out about it as much as other people because my mindset going into college apps was just whoever wants you will want you, and if they don't want you, then it's fine.
I remember stressing out thinking, oh God, where am I gonna apply? Am I gonna turn them in time? Are they gonna be good enough?
I logged onto Common App in like the last couple months of my junior year because my AP Lang teacher, Miss Landis, asked us to, and I looked at it and I was like it's over for me, like this is the end. Like there were so many colleges, so many schools, so much information that you have to put in. And here's a tip, don't leave the personal section until the end because you're gonna hate it. I did that and I regret it.
My mom really wanted me to start early, so I did a little bit. But then in the end, I scrapped all of that. A lot of your ideas, they didn't really follow through because yeah, you have an idea at first, but then once you actually start writing, it was really hard to follow through.
I was pretty stressed, honestly, but this is my own fault. Like, I can't blame anything. Since junior year, I already knew like what kind of schools I did want to apply. I wasn't planning to do Common App because honestly, I didn't talk to any of my teachers really, so I didn't have a teacher rec. So I was like, okay, then that's kind of off the chart.
The problem with me was I was trying to be consistent in writing every single day, but school was so hard because I have no idea why, but I made my schedule the hardest that year. I guess because I wanted to show an improvement from having easier classes in freshman year to having this growth of having harder and harder classes over the years. But that didn't help me at all because it made the writing process so much harder. So I wouldn't say I wrote an average every day.
Like all the other seniors, when we were juniors, they told us to write it in the summer, but that did not happen. I pushed my limits too much. I pushed it to the last 3 days or something. So they were really bad essays.
I started in like June, so from June to January like 5th I was writing.
I didn't spend every day writing. I started around July, August. I wrote I did my brainstorming and I completely stopped until like October 20 something. But then that's because you don't see the importance of it just yet until you see like the due date is like right there and you actually realize this is college and this is the next place I'm gonna be. And if I don't get into somewhere good, what am I gonna do?
Honestly, I didn't do that much planning. I barely did any work over the summer. I was slacking off a bit, but I still worked hard, just maybe a little too last second.
If anybody is ever doing it, I think just go with the flow. And yeah, you might scrap things at the very last minute, but you know, it might be for the best. Just don't procrastinate too much.
Jumping to winter and spring, it was just crazy because that's when all the results started coming in. I remember hearing so many things like, oh, this person got into this school, this person got into this school, and it was both fun, but it was also stressful because it's like, oh God, where am I gonna end up going? What are they gonna end up saying about me?
If I knew like a UC was coming out on a certain day, like that was the end. Like I did not sleep. I showed up to school looking like tired every single day. There were lots of tears, but I think it was also just like from exhaustion of like you're doing all this work. And obviously like when it doesn't go as planned, like I think it's a lot harder to come to terms with the fact that there's nothing you can do anymore.
In terms of nervous, it would only be for UCI because that was the school I like set my eyes on pretty much because I was like, okay, this is reasonable. Like, at the time I thought like, okay, maybe my grades can carry me through, but it's like obviously not. It didn't work like that. Well, I didn't get into schools I wanted to. So that was something kind of difficult. So the schools I did get into were UCR and Cal State Long Beach. So I was like, I don't really want to be paying this much to go to there when I could like kind of get a second shot, I guess, by attaining CC and then trying to apply again in the, next year or something? Yeah, next year. So yeah, that's what I settled on.
It was until like the day things got released The day of, I was like, oh shoot, I don't think so. Yeah, Cornell was my top school. I was really nervous until like 30-ish, 15 minutes before. I was really expecting a rejection, but I got a deferral. And I was really happy. And then Sarah saw me and she gave me a hug. Yeah, I think Sarah Lee is a lucky charm for me. She is truly a lucky charm to me.
I went in without like a dream school. Like I did do early decision to Pitzer College. That's just because I wanted an early decision school just in case. And after I got rejected from that, I think that's when I cried the most over college apps. And then afterwards, I just realized that like, again, whatever school wants me and I'll just go there.
I was so sure that UPenn was what I wanted. And then I went to visit and then I was kind of like maybe this isn't where I see myself for the next 4 years of my life. So I did anticipate it, but I definitely like wasn't sad. Like I remember I got like my rejection and I went out to like Panda Express to get food with my friends. But I think my most anticipated one was some of the UCs and then Cal Poly SLO.
I didn't expect much from my college decisions. I opened them and whatever the results was, I was okay with. I don't know, sometimes you get surprised. I definitely did not envision myself getting into Berkeley, but I did. I kind of spoiled this for myself because Sydney, she told me that like there's a way you can check whether or not you got in before the day of the actual decision. She was just like, oh, if they give you some sort of access, then that means you got in. And I like logged in. I was like, oh, that means I didn't get in, right? Because I don't have access to anything. Little did I know, I actually did. Because when I was talking to other people about it and they checked, they got a different screen than me and they got immediately shot down. At that moment, my heart sank, like not in a bad way, but I was like, what? So then I was like, okay, well, we'll see. Come the day of the decision, it was spring preview and I was about to perform in like about 30 minutes.
Everyone was opening during it. I was like, hell no, am I opening it today? No way. And then I was cleaning up and then Sarah went up to me and said, did you get in? Did you open? And I'm like, no, I'm not opening it. She said, why not? Just do it. What's the harm? Cornell also came out that day. So I was like, I'll open Berkeley, but I won't open Cornell because Berkeley, I don't care.
I wish I opened up that decision more privately because it's just like a more personal experience. But I did end up getting in and I was like, yeah, well, it would have been more exciting if I hadn't checked prior.
So I opened it. Damn, I started crying. I was so happy and I was hugging Sarah. She is truly my lucky charm. I love her so much. She said, okay, now open Cornell. Like, you have Berkeley, just do it. Cornell, I knew I was not gonna get in at all because no LOC. I was nicely surprised and I didn't know it meant that much to me at the same time.
That like kind of set the tone for a spring preview for me and well, I was really happy for the entirety of that day.
So I got Pomona I think like a week before, like Cal Poly Pomona, and I opened it, I was happy, and then the SLO email came, but it just said like Cal Poly, and it was like, oh, you have like an update to your application. So I was like, oh, what happened to my like Pomona application? I was like stressed out. I like went down to like my dad's office and I was like, something just came, like, can you like watch me open it? And then I logged on and then I realized eventually it was the SLO portal because of like their mascot and everything. But I opened it and I was just like, I saw confetti. I was like, oh, yay, like great. And then I remember I was just like confused at first because I didn't really know like what was going on, like what college it was for. I think once I realized that like I did get into SLO, I was really happy because like I really wanted to do business there. So I think after getting that decision, it was definitely a lot easier to go through the rest of the process because I knew that like I had like a school that I really wanted to go to.
I never had a dream school because I never wanted to place that expectation on anywhere. But I think if I did, it was USC at the time. I love doing stories. I love telling stories through media, through video, and all of that. So I really wanted to go to USC because of their program there, their journalism, their communications, their digital media program. I did early action to give myself a little bit of a better chance. And I remember we were actually at California Adventure for orchestra when that first decision came out. I remember a bunch of us who applied to USC, we went on the Ferris wheel. To make it more dramatic, to make it more fun, I think it was my idea actually, just because if you're gonna get rejected, you might as well have a nice view.
Defer.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. I was more disappointed than I seemed. At the end of the day, I remember still thinking, I have another chance, so I really have nothing to be mad about. But then opening that decision, I didn't get in either. At that point, I wasn't disappointed about not getting into USC because I realized how expensive it was, but also I had already gotten into the school which I'm going to be attending to, which is UC San Diego. I still remember that day was a crazy day because we had our last pep assembly, I think, and that was the one where the seniors got up out of the crowd and danced. So we danced 2 or 3 times. It was tiring. And I remember the stress of that day just being UCLA's coming out and UCSD is coming out. So there was that kind of pressure on us all day. And I remember getting out of 6th period and me and my friends were kind of like, good luck, you know, we'll see you on the other side. And that night I was also going to Legally Blonde, which was the last stage performance the seniors were putting on. But I remember getting home and just seeing that UCSD update happen. And I was like, man, this is one that I really want to get into because it was the first college that I actually took a tour to and I fell in love with it. It was a beautiful campus and it was only 2 hours away. So I was like, man, if only I could go here. I remember waiting for at least like 30 minutes because I was so nervous. And I got to my room and I opened it and it said congratulations and I freaked out. I freaked out so much because I didn't think I could get in. And I lost the clip. I recorded the clip of me opening it, but I lost it. But it doesn't matter because I remember still being so excited. I literally jumped out of my chair. That's how excited I was. UCLA, I didn't get in, but I wasn't disappointed because UCSD, I think, out of all the UCs was the one I wanted to go to the most. Even though I did end up getting into more schools than I thought, and I ended up getting into the school I really wanted to, I would definitely have started earlier to give myself a better chance if that didn't happen. I would have definitely sought more help from other people. But in the end, I'm glad everything went the way it did because I ended up getting into the school I wanted to. And I'm so happy. I think I never took a moment to really let that sink in to think you're going to the school that you wanted to. Like, you did it. You put in all the work, you put in the hours it took to create a great resume, a great application, and now you're going to be able to be rewarded for that.
But then I say I definitely learned like this is not something that you can like do last second really, especially just thinking of the ideas.
I don't know, I didn't really have many expectations for myself. It was hard, really hard. I didn't have fun doing it. But also, I think during that time, you just need to know that over everything, all the schoolwork, all of the college apps, you need to know how to focus on yourself over everything else.
For anyone that's applying, like, I think it's important to just keep your mental health up because like college, like no matter where you go, like you can be successful, but if you let it get to your mental health, then it's definitely like you're not really gaining anything from it, even though the point of like going to college, like getting any education is meant to help you.
Decisions don't really define your worth as like a person, and just because like some schools reject you does not mean you're not intelligent enough or like brilliant as like other students, and you're always just meant to go wherever life takes you.
Yeah, it is hard juggling everything, and it will take a toll on you, especially if you have really difficult classes or your college apps are saying, I want 25 essays or some stuff. That's just hard. And then just learn to take a break. I think people need to know. And even when you do, not too long of a break, you know, because you need to get working at the same time. So just have your priorities straight overall. That's what I learned.
There was also such a humongous feeling of imposter syndrome at the time. Like, I don't deserve to get into these places because I always felt like I never was doing enough in high school. But I think now that I think about it, looking at my resume, looking at everything I did, I was doing more than enough. I was just being really, really hard on myself. And I think that's something that's super important for me to learn, was that you can be hard on yourself, you can keep pushing yourself, but you gotta take a chance to just sit back and, you know, be proud of what you've done and be proud of all your accomplishments, because you're not an imposter, you know, you did deserve all of this.
be able to see everybody
Wait,
like this.
it's literally so sad. I walked by this morning and they were all wearing it and I was like it's actually happening. So that's why I'm not putting it on right now.
I'm gonna put mine on.
No, please don't. Hi guys, say hi to the vlog.
I want camera.
Hey vlog.
I'm happy to leave. I'm ready to go. I'm so happy. I'm just a little tired. Got a little sick.
So that day was not a typical day of school. We didn't have to go to class all day. We were excused. And when we got to school, we went to the quad and grabbed our caps and gowns. People were signing yearbooks around us, signing t-shirts because they gave us a plain white t-shirt that you could sign your name on and have other people sign it too so you can wear it.
I didn't have to go to class, so I was very happy about that.
I walked up to my friend group right after because I got there a little bit late. I saw everyone in my friend group, Kyle, Haviki, wearing their caps and gowns, and I was just so sad. Like seeing them in their cap and gown weirdly threw me back to middle school. We're all just babies, why are we graduating already?
I know you do. Our heads aren't even in the frame technically, but now we are.
What are you doing right now? I got a book right here, writing my name in it, and I'm writing my thoughts in it.
Well, I was lost at first, physically, I was lost in the school. Then I got there. It was weird because I was oh, this is me now. This is my people now. Back in elementary school, I saw these people and I was holy, they're old. But now I'm here and I'm holy, I'm old.
Daniel, you stand out more than you normally do with this neon blue UCLA sweater.
Yeah, I didn't realize people were gonna wear their cap and gowns, and I realized I'm just gonna commit to it.
Show off your 2019 cap.
I know that.
Yeah.
Lower number. 69.
2019.
Hey, what's 9?
This man's old. He's an ultra senior at this point.
I had seen myself in the cap and gown outfit once when we took our senior portrait, so it was nothing new to me. But to see everybody wearing it in the entire grade, to see our friends wearing it, was a whole new, it was a wow, we made it here moment.
It really gave me, back to the kindergarten reference, it's just kindergarteners graduating it and then they're wearing cap and gowns. That's what it looked like to me. It looked hilarious and I was oh, is this real?
I was about to cry. It was just emotional. That was the moment when it felt the most real.
I wasn't ready for everything to come to an end because seeing everyone in their caps and gowns it made me realize that we're all not going to be together every single day of the next how many ever years of our lives. I was also really happy. I was proud of us. We made it through high school, middle school, everything.
So I was going around trying to find as many people as I can, even though I haven't talked to some of these people in a while. Just finding people that I knew that I wanted to write one last yearbook message in, and who also I wanted them to write in mine.
This is gonna come out, right?
Yeah.
Wait, let me get a picture. Say hi. Hey YouTube Nation! You might have seen my previous videos interviewing people. They're probably cut sporadically throughout the last vlog of Lucas the Vlogger.
For some people, I was writing pages. I definitely filled out pages of a few people's.
I signed as many as whoever came up to me. I like writing it once I have an idea. It's just coming up with that idea is not easy sometimes.
Anyone I knew that I saw, I was oh yo, come here, sign my yearbook. I was just getting as many signatures as I can and trying to write in everyone's yearbook.
I signed a lot of yearbooks. I got a lot of people to sign mine, especially my friend group during quarantine.
For acquaintances, I kind of just wrote a lot of the same stuff, just wishing them luck for the future and maybe recalling a specific memory just to make it a little more personal.
I guess it took a lot of time for me. Some of the messages took 10 minutes. I was just sitting there with the book and they're are you done yet? And I'm no. They're did you start yet? It's no.
For a lot of these people that I was signing, I probably won't ever talk to them again. or at least in a long time. And that message I'm writing down in their yearbook is probably the last message they'll remember of me.
I don't know, it's just like it's so weird like seeing your like entire life just in like one paragraph, you know?
I really didn't like signing yearbooks because to me it's like I'm lazy, first of all. Yeah, we all know that. I don't like doing anything, but I just didn't want to sign yearbooks because it was like saying goodbye, for real.
Because I added such a personal element into each message that I wrote for people, it made me realize like how much these people really affected me and my growth as a person throughout all of like our time together in school.
It wasn't upsetting to me, but then at some part of me, it was like, I don't want to do it because this is my life and I'm leaving it. Everyone, you've been with these people for so long, it's like family, so you can't.
I know you're not a very sentimental person. Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't know me at all, do you? How long have I known you?
It's pretty surreal. It's like some people I've known almost my whole life, and to see them graduate and like knowing that I'll probably not see some of these people ever again is kind of crazy.
I still haven't felt like everything's gonna end soon.
I don't think it's fair that we have to just let go of these people that we've known for so long. Even if we do text them, like not getting to see them every day like is a huge change.
So around 10, we were told to go to the PAC because the senior talent show was starting.
Okay, go.
So senior talent show was something I was really excited to like get to work planning because as a rising senior, like end of junior year, all of the incoming ASB members got to like watch like the past years. So it really just like we see what happened, what went well. So it was really just a brainstorming session of how we can make it like fit us and how to make it like as best as we could make it.
So senior talent show is something you can sign up for. ASB will email you and you can apply to do an act. And you can do almost anything on that stage and people will cheer because it's the first time I think we all realize that this is coming to an end.
I don't remember when I started the talent show signups. I think start of April maybe, but it was just like, please fill out this form if you're interested in the talent show. I had all these like different required dates for when people wanted to come or when they had to come rehearse.
On the way there, we passed the orchestra room.
Axma! What's up? Where's Aiden Toe?
I don't know.
Did Aiden leave?
No, he's still inside.
Oh, he is?
I remember running into Max, Sarah, and I was really looking for Aiden Toe. I remember walking into that orchestra room and seeing Aiden and just giving him a hug because I knew how much it meant for him that we were graduating.
I didn't know you were coming to see me. Like, I watched the video back obviously because you recorded it and I was like, wow, you were looking straight for me. Like you asked, I didn't expect that. I was like, wow, you guys came back. I came outside and you guys were all waiting for talent show, right?
How does it feel, Aiden?
Graduating, oh my god. I need to go to class. Okay, bye. I had to leave too, I had class, so.
Hey, put it on for him. I was gonna put it on for you. Here, let's do it.
Oh yeah, we wanted to take a picture because Ronald was also right there and he helped us take a picture. That was pretty cool.
It's like a sense of pride almost. I'm almost like proud of you guys for getting all this way. But it's like sad at the same time because it's not my time yet. So I'm just kind of watching you guys all leave. I'm happy at the same time, you know. Watching you guys be happy is a good thing.
Hey, no filming. Hey,
What'd you say, Ben?
Stop recording me.
My name is Lucas. I'm a second generation
Oh my gosh, she's in the whole.
There you are.
Yeah, I saw you before. Nice dog bag.
I vlog.
How does it feel, Farah?
It's okay.
Like wearing a dress?
I'm a little sick.
Yeah, you're sick.
Oh,
how does it feel?
It's really hot.
Watching the acts, it was pretty fun. I was really rooting for Patrick because Patrick is one of my friends and I always knew he could sing. He has a really good voice. And when he started singing, oh my God, what was the song? You Raise Me Up. It was You Raise Me Up. That was cool. Oh.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to watch glory see.
It was cool to see like all these people in our classes that had all these different talents, like singing, dancing, being Santa Claus, or like being whatever that was. I think that was my favorite one. That made like all of us laugh.
The Santa Claus act from Mean Girls was also really funny. Someone sang Creep. It was someone I didn't know, but she was a really good performer.
You're so very special.
Senior Vice President David and historian Chloe were able to like put together a proper order for how they wanted to see things like through. They were able to put together like a really good script, and they were able to put a good order in, like a good final ending.
I think the funny part was the emceeing by David Kim. It does not sound like him at all.
Amazing, I want to hear that again.
I know, that was so
Shut
good.
up.
Now we get to move on. David, why are you wearing vampire suit?
Yes, did you not hear about our next performance?
No, what is it?
Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, I love it.
Please welcome again, Jerry's son.
What do you feel about David Kim?
He did okay on this one. He did okay.
I talked to him about how he came up with all the script and everything. That's interesting. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Jared told me that he was gonna sing, but more importantly, he was gonna sing with Isaiah, who's someone I've known since kindergarten. He's a really cool guy. So the whole time I was just waiting for them to sing. And by the end, I'm like, is that it? Or did they change their mind?
Water bottle chuggers. All right.
Sadly, that was the last act, so you guys can head to class now. So stagecraft, like the curtains now would be really nice. Can you bring
And then after they did their little water bottle gag, it led into that as a surprise finale. And I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was amazing.
Oh shit!
And so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
People remember we put me and Isaiah McMahon on like the final act because we had this idea like to do a water bottle drinking contest with a few other people who we had like an SMW event with, and we just like became friends. But then like Isaiah and I were just singing, and I was like, oh, we should do this.
I did it my way.
No, that caught me by surprise. I did not know that was happening. But once I saw them, like I knew that it was gonna happen. Like they sang for SMW all the time. That was crazy. Like a lot of people don't know that Isaiah can sing. I think Jared, like some of us knew, but seeing them sing together, that was insane. And the song that they picked was amazing too.
And saw it through without exception. I pledge each careful step along the byway. Much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I gave it all, more than I could chew.
To sing My Way to end that performance, to end that show, I think was so perfect. That song symbolizes the end of a journey. Oh my God, it was too perfect. It was really perfect. And of course it's a song that I love. It's a song that a lot of my friends love, so we knew the lyrics, so we were literally singing our hearts out. It was really fun.
I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has a knife to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of what you miss. The record shows I took the road and did it my way. Yes, I.
And then that was the end. ASB went up there and had their final message, and I forgot who said it, but they said that we'll see you again for the 10th anniversary in 2034.
We'd also like to wish you all the best of luck on your finals and wish you a happy graduation. And don't forget to keep your eye out for our communication on our 10-year reunion in 2034.
The entire audience like kind of gasped or had some sort of reaction, and I think it's because to think 2034, 10 years later, is insane.
I think that the senior class president is the person that's in charge of like planning those reunions. So in 10 years, I'll have to like go back and think about it. So it's really like the job will never end. But I don't know, 2034 seems like it's far away. So much can happen in the time in between that.
I know it's going to be great because I know Jared can plan a great thing. He was a great senior president, and I know that all of our reunions will be great because of him. Oh, and then after that, they played the senior slideshow. So what that is that ASB will send out an email asking for pictures because they put together this slideshow of a bunch of pictures from elementary all the way to senior year of different people and kind of put music over it. And it's just a really nice thing to see all of your memories with your friends on screen along with everybody else.
So it was just a really cool opportunity. I know like a lot of people were like tearing up when they were watching it because like nostalgic music. I know even like the juniors in the audience from ASB were crying in the back. They don't even know the people. So it's just something that's like, it's really cute, and it's always gonna be like a highlight of like senior week, just to end it with like a video, everyone's together, everyone's like emotional, vulnerable, just
I try to submit a lot of pictures with me and different friends because I know all of them are not going to submit. And thank God I did, because they didn't even know that this was happening.
I didn't submit any photos. I also didn't even know that was happening. And yeah, I'm not on top of school stuff, but I didn't know that was happening. And then, but seeing Lucas put a lot of effort into finding a lot of our cherished moments, a lot of our group's cherished moments, it was really nice to see it. And after that, it kind of inspired me to make my own.
I know like Lucas submitted so many pictures of us that like, and I didn't really like take the time to like look at the form, but I'm glad that he did, because like there were so many pictures of us that I don't even remember like taking. So just looking back at those was such a good memory. We got to reminisce.
I remember watching it with my friends, and it was bittersweet, especially with the music they played, but it's funny seeing everyone as kids and seeing how much we've changed over the years. I was shocked to see me a lot. They put in a lot of pictures of me, and everybody after the slideshow came up to me and said, how'd they get so many pictures of you? I saw you so many times. I don't know, they must have just chosen my photos a lot, because I swear I submitted just as many as everybody else.
I also saw pictures from like elementary school and middle school, and there's all these friend groups that I remember from like my time at First Ave and Baldwin Stalker, and being able to see them as kids and then being able to see them growing up, like graduating high school, was so cool too. They're just like, you can see how powerful those friendships have been and like how long they've been able to last.
Our pictures in the slideshow, like all we wanted to do was just like stay there, talk about like all those memories, but they're like pushing us out into the parking lot. They're like, go to your like elementary schools, go to your middle schools.
Hi, my name is Farah Chan. I am a senior at Arcadia High School, and I am graduating in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm graduating in 6 days.
Why are you counting today? Just don't count today. 5. Just don't count.
You excited? What? You excited to graduate?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Mishka?
Okay.
Right again.
I just want to
We got here graduating.
You.
No, we're not graduating yet. Grad run. Grad run.
Then after that, we had grad run. We tried taking a big group picture. It was so hot, but it kind of worked, I guess. But yeah, grad run. That was probably the event I was most looking forward to. I didn't know this, but grad run is only an Arcadia tradition. At least I think it is, because no one else outside of Arcadia knows what grad run is. It's basically where you go back in your caps and gowns to your elementary, to your middle school with your class. It's a really nice opportunity to go and look back one more time.
Me, Andres, who's Kunwu, Alvin, and Hibiki, we all went to the acai bar in Monrovia. We got our acai bowls, and then we went to Hugo Reed after.
The group I went with was really interesting. Josh asked if I wanted to go with him, because obviously I wanted to go with Josh. He was someone I started kindergarten with all the way up to 12th grade, and I think it would only be appropriate to go with him. But he was already taking 2 other people. He was taking Ethan Chen and Mako.
Josh, what are we about to do?
play some Frogger. Yeah,
Put someone to stop please.
Yeah, there's no one behind him.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Isaiah and Rashad. Yeah.
You all needed a ride, and then I was like, oh, I can drive now.
All 3 of us, we're all friends with Josh. Josh was the only one who could drive at the time. So Josh took us.
Ethan asked me first, and then Mako said, I want to go to grab one, but I don't have a ride. So I just volunteered to take him. And I think it was the same thing for Lucas. He's like, I don't really have a ride, so I said, I'll take you.
Mako and I used to be really close in middle school. Ethan, I know a lot through Josh. It was kind of a weird thing because I hadn't talked to Mako in a while, but it was really nice. The 4 of us really connected and bonded over being at Highland Oaks together, being at Foothills.
Okay, I'm going around the whole park.
Okay. Can you U-turn?
I don't feel like it.
So it was all 4 of us in the car. If I brought up something that I thought like only I would remember, or only like 2 people would remember, everyone else went like, oh yeah, I remember that, and this happened, and this happened. And I thought it was so crazy that like people still remember things from so long ago.
It was so weird. It was one of the weirdest experiences ever. Because you think that all these little things, all these things you think other people forget about in elementary and middle school is only in your memory. But then everybody in that car started saying the exact same things. Like, do you remember this person? You remember that? Like, you remember when this was popular? And it was so weird, but it was amazing because it was our last chance to share those little memories that we had together, because only we would understand that with each other, being from Highland Oaks, Foothills.
Getting canes. Lucas's idea.
Hi, Lucas.
We're going to Canes, and then we're going to do our grad run at our elementary school, Highland Oaks. So hopefully everything goes to plan.
Ran into Stephen Lee and Jimmy Dolan.
We were hungry, so we wanted to grab lunch first. I think it was around 12, so we went to Canes to pick up our food, but then we realized we had no time to eat, so we kind of dragged this food like all over the place, never having a chance to eat. Our first stop is Highland Oaks, which is where me, Josh, and Mako went. Ethan came with us because he wasn't part of the district yet, so he just tagged along for the ride.
It does look small. Dude, why does this place look so small?
Walking into that NPR again was weird. It was small. That is what I remember everyone saying, and it was true. It was small. I remember when that auditorium felt like massive. It's where we used to put on shows and stuff like that, have music practice.
Oh, the singing. Yeah, I remember the singing.
We had like those dance recitals that we'd have to do, those like school-wide. I remember the room as being really large, so walking back in was kind of just surreal in a way. It's like, wow, we're at the end of the road here.
It felt a lot smaller than I remember it being.
Yeah, I really felt smaller because I remember all our talent shows, and then I'd sit in the back while waiting for my turn, like for rehearsals, and I'd just be sitting there and I'll be like, why is it so big? But then now it's like so small.
It was tiny. I do not remember it being that small.
It's you. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
me.
found you right away. Wait,
Oh. Here's the real damage.
In 2037.
No, I will not be. Lance Anthony Ketchup. No, I remember this day. I was like 5.
I gotta take a picture of this.
Why does Farrah look exactly the same?
Yeah.
Farrah, you look exactly the same.
Josh.
Dude, mine is not funny.
31
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
And then everybody started pouring in. Friends, old friends, just people that I was so happy to see again. And it was weird. It was like some of our old groupings got together and just talked. We just talked about the memories, talked about how surreal it was being there again. And I said hi to people I hadn't talked to in years.
What's up? Video?
Yeah.
You guys are like the pair.
I remember me and David talked a lot. Me and him used to be like best friends in elementary. Me and him were kind of the pair for the longest time.
This is so surreal, bro.
It's weird.
No way. We're back at the elementary school. That's where we did our concerts, and that's where we sang the cats, like the cats.
Oh, dude, that was.
Yeah, the first thing that popped in my head was like, oh my God, I'm back at the school. And my second thought was like, where's my 4th grade teacher, Mr. Holman? I saw on my screen like, Mr. Holman, do you remember me? And he said my full name, Lance Anthony Javier Castro. And I'm like, oh my God, what a raw feeling.
It's just like amazing to see how people have changed over time. Yeah, everyone did get taller. I thought I would forget people, but I didn't. Like I remembered pretty much everyone there. I wasn't expecting myself to. I don't know why.
Gosh, we're back, bro. We're back to the vlog. It's Lucas' vlog. What's up, Lucas' vlog?
It's weird.
Can you peel this off? Yeah. Wait, where did you put it?
I put it on my shirt. It keeps falling off my hair.
Flowers for Mr. Holman.
For the goat.
Even some kids from other schools came, like Connor Brooker, who moved away after middle school, but it was really good to see him because me and him were friends. We weren't close friends, but we were friends from elementary to middle school. And it was really nice to see him again.
Rucker. Oh, Rucker. What's up? Oh, what's up, Lucas?
Why is it so hot? I know. Isaiah?
How you doing?
Good. I'm already graduated, right?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Got you. Thank you.
I remember seeing, I used to play like Bong Tao with her.
Aren't they? It's so weird. Do you see Rucker?
Oh my God. Connor's
Are they big?
Oh yeah, I want to see her. I know.
I wouldn't be understating things when I said that might have been the trippiest day of my life because it really felt like I was reliving an old memory. God, it was so weird. I'll say this for every other class. You will understand what I'm saying once grad run happens because I guarantee you it will be the weirdest day of your life too.
It was definitely something fun and special, but I don't think it really like hit me at that time.
Carino, pulling up in style, bro.
So we're gonna
begins the actual walk at 1:20, so that the students have time to get back from lunch and line up. This is a very high energy event for our students. They love it. They're going to give you high fives and yelling and screaming. So get that energy right back to them. It makes for great videos too. You're going to follow me. We'll kind of snake around the campus.
Then we started lining up to actually do the grad runs, where we run through the classroom sections, high five the kids, see the posters they made for us, see the teachers. All of a sudden we just started randomly singing our school song, and we all remembered the lyrics. It's not like some background music started playing. We all just randomly started singing the song, and I thought that was hilarious.
How weird does this feel?
Terrible.
Oh my god. And forever and ever we stand. Number one for work and fun. All the schools in the land. The teachers are great. They're the best in the state. And forever bright and true. Green, black, and gold. We will always uphold. We will never forget our school. Hooray!
It was like the lyrics were just, they were there, you know, like it was like embedded, ingrained. Yeah, we all remember the lyrics to the school song. It's like ingrained in our brain now. We'll never be able to forget it.
And then when we ran through and actually did the grad run, it was funny. I remember being that kid because when I was in elementary school, we would do the grad runs too, except we would be the kids high-fiving the seniors running through and making posters for them. And I remember thinking, man, that's like 8 years away. You got plenty of time. And it's weird that I still remember that thought because it's like, I'm here now. It's like, I can't explain how weird that is.
It's like, I remember being the kid in elementary school, like waiting outside and high-fiving all the seniors. But now being the senior, it's like, it's something different, it's something else. I can't really describe it.
I remember this moment. It was like, I'm pretty sure it was 2nd grade, where I saw seniors coming on their grad run. And I thought, back then, I was like, 10 years? That's a terribly long time, you know? Like, never gonna make it there. But, you know, we did. And we had our grad run, and it was a bit sad, but yeah.
Yeah!
Dude, some kid told me to slap their head.
Josh, we're here at the end.
We're at the end.
We're at the end of the line.
End of the world. I haven't talked to Carino in, what, 6 years?
I know, dude, this is weird. Oh, I got in trouble. I got in trouble here so much.
I remember running through high-fiving all the kids, and it was fun. It was fun doing it with all your friends and seeing old teachers. And then I ran into my 5th grade teacher, Miss Burleson. Well, I guess she goes by Mrs. Wayne now, but she was probably my favorite and best teacher I've ever had.
When did this get here? Is this new? When did this thing get here? No, this is weird. I don't know.
This is so weird. And then once we ran through all the halls, we all gathered. They built this new tent thing. It's like provides shade in the middle of the playground, so that was kind of cool. We all gathered in there, and they started playing the background music to our school song. We never had background music.
What was really weird is that they have music now. They have like a backtrack. We didn't get that when we were in elementary school.
The words would be there even though you wouldn't. It's like a subconscious thing, kind of. It was like, how do I know the words to this?
But then randomly they brought out this radio, and I'm like, what are they gonna do with this? They started playing it. It's our school song, and we all started singing. It was the weirdest thing because we didn't even miss a lyric. We remembered every single lyric. It's something I still can't get over because of how crazy that is. And to do that with your friends, with old people that you haven't seen in a while, it was weird. It was weird, but I think it was one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Oh, upgrade, bro.